Just seen a corpse.
Well, the roads are effed, and something's wrong with the generator.
Which generator?
All of them.
Can't get on the internet!
Also, there's a dead body under your porch.
Holy!
Hey everybody, welcome to the Gedunk. Today we're talking about Werewolves Within.
That's right, Josh. We sure are, and I'm sure all you guys are wondering, is this movie a howling good time? Well, stick around, because we're about to find out.
Ow! Werewolves Within. Billy, who are the stars of this movie?
All right, Josh, you got Milana Vayntrub, who is the AT&T girl, right? I think this is the first time I've ever seen her in a movie.
Yeah.
We got Sam Richardson from Veep, and then
He's also from the Tomorrow War, I believe, that's coming out this week as well.
he might be in that too, yeah. And then
Might be.
We're gonna find that out here pretty soon. So we're gonna watch that, review it too. So, and then we got a bunch of other people who may or may not have been in other stuff. You know, I maybe recognize a few of them, but nobody really, caught
They
my
don't
eye.
have much star power, so.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and let's be honest, neither do the first two we just named.
True. What did you think of this movie when you first heard it?
So when I first heard about it, and actually when you and I did the trailer review back, several weeks ago now, maybe even close to a month ago now, it looked good. It looked funny. It was like, it looked, you can definitely tell that, that it probably wasn't a really big budget film,
Independent film, I believe.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. But it looked like it was probably going to bring something to the table. It looked like it was going to be a pretty good movie just on those, on the trailers we watched. And
I do love me a good whodunit.
Yeah, absolutely. And this one definitely brings that to you. It does take a while before you kind of figure out what's going on and who's who. So I think they did a good job with this. I was going into the movie. I was excited. I was like, all right, man. I think I was more excited going into this movie than I'm going to be going into watching Tomorrow War. Because based on Tomorrow War's trailer, I wasn't too excited about it. This one, I was actually like, yeah, all right, I'm ready to watch this movie. So, I mean, what'd you think?
Yeah, I was excited. The trailer got me excited. It looked like everyone's trapped in a cabin trying to figure out who the werewolf is, and I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was awesome.
And I would say this movie started off really solid for me.
Yeah.
I like this small town. You're introduced to this small cast, so it's pretty simple, and you're questioning what's going on here, and I like that aspect of it.
Yeah, and then of course it starts out like any kind of good scary movie starts out with, somebody gets murdered right off the bat, right? So it just starts out somebody getting murdered. The town is trying to figure out, well, first of all, the town just thinks the guy ran off with another woman, and nobody even realized he was murdered. So, and that's about the only spoiler we're going to give you in this.
Yeah, I love the cast too. It's pretty quirky. I like that aspect of it. No one felt like dull or anything like that. Yeah. And I like the pace and the atmosphere of this movie as well.
Yeah, well, and what was cool is everybody had different personalities, right? Just the different personalities of the characters, right? You had like the stoner couple,
They were hilarious.
Oh yeah. Then you had like the crazy cat lady, but she really wasn't for cats. She was for her dog, And then her kind of hippie, touchy-feely, kind of creepy husband. And then you had the nice old lady that runs the bed and breakfast. And then of course you had the nice Mel lady who was played by AT&T girl, and then you had the new sheriff in town who wasn't a sheriff, he was more of a park ranger.
Awkward scientist lady.
And then awkward scientist lady, yeah. So you kind of had a good gamut of characters here and a good, just difference of different personalities. Oh, and then of course you had the rich oil magnate, right, who was in there trying to basically buy out the town so he could, put his oil pipes throughout the town. So, I liked how they threw this cast together. I liked the different personalities again because they definitely played well off each other, And I think there were some parts I just, this is one of those movies where I was like, I liked it, but how much did I like it, It's really weird, there's not too many movies you feel that way about. Like, yeah, I like this movie. Did I like it as much as I thought I was going to watching the trailer? No, but I still liked it, And so I'm kind of I don't know. It's just weird for me right now. I'm still trying to kind of decide how much I liked it or how much I just thought it was okay.
Well, I like the pacing. I like the lightheartedness. It was pretty funny. A lot of quips going on in the background that were pretty funny.
Are we really in a Mexican standoff right now?
Baby, don't say Mexican. Just stand up.
The main character's pretty entertaining. The AT&T lady's pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I tell you what the problem was for me is this movie and a lot of whodunits. depend on the ending, and you got to stick the landing. If you don't stick the landing, then it has like a bad taste in your mouth. In this movie, I don't think really sticks the landing.
No, I agree.
That's the problem, I think, here.
Yeah, no, you're right. It didn't stick the landing. It just was too, almost too predictable, towards the end there. I mean, they did a good job through most of the movie, kind of, because we were all sitting there, we're just like, okay, who is it? We're all taking dibs, like, all right, I think it's this person, I think it's this person. And, it turned out to be somebody who you or I didn't guess. Somebody else in the room guessed it, but we didn't guess it. And then, so they did a good job just kind of covering up throughout most of the movie who the werewolf or werewolves were. And I thought that was cool. But then you're right. At the end, when everything went down, it fell flat. It just fell flat.
And it was a little too lighthearted at the end when like the action picks up and all that is revealed. And then you have the final scene. It was a little too lighthearted for me, like that.
Yeah,
because some parts of this are like creepy and has some horror, and then the end, it probably should have those kind of elements. Instead, they were really jokey at the end.
And the one thing I will say about this movie, and you're right about the lightheartedness, because there was really no jump scares, or there's nothing in this movie that's going to scare you because it was so lighthearted, right? Like even the deaths and all that stuff it had a lighthearted feel to all of them, right? And some were even funny. So, if you're going, so definitely don't want to go into this thinking it's a horror movie, you're going to get scared, because you're not. It's a feel-good, lighthearted comedy / whodunit film. And, there's no scary parts in it whatsoever. So that's kind of weird for a film like this, right?
I think this is good for people who aren't really into horror, but want kind of that atmosphere.
Yeah, I would agree. And there wasn't a lot of gore in it. I mean, even in the death scenes, there was really not a whole lot of gore or anything like that. So it was just kind of a feel-good, funny.
Yeah, I mean, there's some cursing, but it's almost like a good teenager like horror movie.
Right, exactly. Yeah, you definitely watch this with your teens, no doubt. I mean, there just wasn't.
Yeah, if you don't mind cursing every now and then it'd probably be good.
I think there were a couple F-bombs dropped, and that's about it. So yeah, it was.
And even the main character, he's kind of being careful with his words. And stuff like that. So
he's like a goody-goody kind of guy.
People, and I liked his character a lot.
Yeah, no, so did I. Very, very good moral values. Just kind of a goody-goody character, not very decisive character. Throughout most of it, he kind of gets crapped on for that. But definitely a good moral value, kind of just a very, a good guy. It makes you believe that he's a really good dude, and he is throughout the whole movie.
Be a good neighbor, like Mr. Rogers.
With guns, though.
With guns, yes.
I liked it. It was a good movie. I definitely thought it was a great movie, just to kind of especially if you're just like sitting at home on the weekend and you ain't got nothing better to do and you just want a good laugh and kind of just a good feel-good hour and a half to just kind of relax and kick back and watch something. This is definitely that kind of movie for you. Overall, I would give this movie probably a 7. I would give it a 7. I was hoping watching the trailer and stuff that I was going to be able to give it higher. I'm not, because it wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be when I watched the trailer, but it was good enough to where to where I was like, okay, I'm glad I saw it. I'm glad I saw the movie, and it was, and it did have, it was feel good. It did have funny moments. Like I said, it wasn't scary. And I do like horror movies. I like scary movies. There was no scary parts in this, but for what it was, I liked it. And I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah. Going into it, I thought it would be like an 8, and I'm going back and forth between a 6 and a 7. I liked it, but man, the ending, if the ending was better, it would have probably have been an 8 for me. But the ending brought it down that much. I'm still going to give it a 7, but that's being pretty generous with the ending. I just didn't care for it.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to disagree with you there, because you're right. The ending just wasn't good.
I think this would have been.
It wasn't horrible. And I think the way they ended it that way is because the whole movie was a lighthearted kind of feel-good movie. So I think they ended it that way because of that, and they were just trying to keep it to kind of that vibe throughout the whole movie, even the end. But they could have at least thrown a little bit of good scariness there at the end, right? Made it a little bit better. So I agree with you, but I think the reason they did the ending like that is because they were just, that was the vibe throughout the whole movie, and they were just kind of trying to stick to the comedy horror vibe, and so that's what they did, and it just didn't turn out very well at the end, but it still made for a decent movie overall.
Yeah, I thought this, if this feels like a winter film to me, like you're trapped in the house and during the wintertime, you got a fire going, this would be a good movie for that.
Yeah, but, definitely.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a little disappointing for me because I thought it would be better. It's not bad, but I was hoping it'd be a little better.
Yeah, no, you and me both. But again, it was worth watching. I enjoyed it. So definitely don't get discouraged by this review, because, I mean, it was good. It was worth watching.
Yeah, I think it was worth watching. We paid the rental fee for
$7.
It was fine. Yeah.
So, I mean, it was worth paying the rental fee. All right, guys, that's our review of Werewolves Within. It was a pretty good movie. Check it out and let us know what you think about it. And if you like our channel, press like and subscribe. And until next time, we'll check you later.
See you guys.
Yes, we are, Josh. And that's is this movie a hella good time? Hella good? Is it a hella good time?
No, it's not.
Ow! Yeah, man, there you go. Yes, I like it.